Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I am Alyssa Barnes, and I serve as the Senate Member at Large for the Student Government Association. It is a privilege to address you all today. Welcome to the 161st Founders Day. We begin this Founders Day by honoring those who opened doors and paved the way for us 161 years ago. They left a rich legacy and a strong foundation on which we all stand. It is because of their sacrifices that we are able to achieve today. We are the fruit of our founders' labor. Please join me in a moment of silence as we reflect their legacy. Thank you. We will now have President Aminta H. Bro read the land acknowledgement.
Good morning, Bowie State University, and happy Founders Day. Oh, what a beautiful sight to see. Thank you for joining us today. As we begin the ceremony, we acknowledge those who came before. I am Aminta Bro, the very proud 10th president of Bowie State University, the oldest HBCU in the state of Maryland. As a community, we have been working to recognize our past and acknowledge the role our university has played throughout its history in denying access and full participation. An important part of that work is recognizing and respecting that the Piscataway people are the traditional stewards of the lands where we work, where we live and learn. The official Bowie State University land acknowledgement was created by a working group of students, faculty, and staff who work closely with Native and Indigenous elders. Let us take a moment to reflect as I read the land acknowledgement. Every community owes its existence and strength to the generations before them around the world who contributed their hopes, dreams, and energy into making the history that led to this moment. Truth and acknowledgement are critical in building mutual respect and connections across all barriers of heritage and difference. So we acknowledge the truth that is often buried. We are on the ancestral lands of the Piscataway people, who are the ancestral stewards of this sacred land. It is their historical responsibility to advocate for the four-legged, the winged, those that crawl and those that swim. They remind us that clean air and pristine waterways are essential to all life. This land acknowledgement is a vocal reminder for each of us to ensure our physical environment is in better condition than what we inherited, for the health and prosperity of future generations. We ask everyone in this space to be reflective of all walks of spiritual and religious principles. This moment of centering is a vocal reminder that we respect those who are different from us, who follow a different tradition, or engagement with spirituality than us. May we seek to know the truth of your word and find common ground among the many faith traditions and recognize that we share a common humanity. Help us to be people of compassion and understanding, creating a path to a peaceful coexistence among all people. Thank you. Bowie State University. Each day, I feel so fortunate to have the privilege and the opportunity to serve as your 10th president of BSU. But as we all know, no one truly does anything on their own. And there is no way I can lead this university on my own. And so I thank each and every one of you for what you contribute each and every day. I am fortunate to have senior leaders on this journey, members of the cabinet. I would like to reintroduce them to you at this time. And as I call their name, I will ask that they please stand to be recognized, beginning with the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Guy Alan Amusu. The Vice President for Administration and Finance, Mr. Manish Kumar. Vice President for Enrollment Management and Student Affairs, Dr. Brian Clemens. Vice President for Research and Innovation, Dr. Yvonne Harris. Vice President for Philanthropic Engagement, Mr. Brent Swinton. Dr. Julissa Williams, Interim Vice President for Intercollegiate Athletics and Recreation. Vice President for Marketing and Communications, who could not be here with us today, Sabrina Ram, but give them all a round of applause. I would also like to recognize leaders of our shared governance bodies. Dr. Darla Scott is serving today as Vice Chair for the Faculty Senate and University. She's stepping in for University Council in the absence of Dr. Taisha Burke. Would you please give her a round of applause? Tanya Jones, Chair of the Staff Council. Student Government Association President, Jade Ward. I have to wait for your fan club. Vice President for the Student Government Association, Chanel Knight. Finance Director for the Graduate Student Association, Srinivasa I'm going to get this right, Srinivasa Kolachina. I would also like to recognize on the platform today are the deans of our colleges. Deans, associate deans, and military officer of our university, beginning with Dr. Stephen Damo, Dean for the College of Arts and Sciences. Dr. Mohammed Jajori, Dean for the College of Business. Dr. Rhonda Jeter, Dean for the College of Education. Dr. Cheryl Blackman, Dean for the College of Professional Studies. Dr. Ifuso Wa Abiola, Dean for the Graduate School. Dr. Amani Jennings, Dean for Students. Dr. Monifa Love, Acting Director for the Thurgood Marshall Library. And last but certainly not least, and we owe him a debt of gratitude for his service, Lieutenant Colonel Roger Dominique, Department Chair for Military Science. We are also fortunate that throughout the year we have many, many volunteers who help us and support our students throughout the year, come out for events, and also are helping to lead the way. Members of the BSU Foundation Board, BSU Board of Visitors, the BSU National Alumni Association. Joining us today, I believe, is Mr. Vaughn Evans with the BSU NAA. I would like for him to stand to be recognized, and any members of any of our volunteer organizations, would you please rise at this time so we may acknowledge you and thank you. And especially to our Dean's List honorees, congratulations to you. And welcome to everyone, faculty, staff, students, alumni, and friends of the university. And also, if there are family members in the audience, let's ask them to stand so we may recognize you and say thank you, thank you, thank you. Family members, where are you? Your support, encouragement, and sacrifice have helped make this moment possible. Congratulations and welcome to BSU. You know, Founders Day on any college campus is a sacred tradition. It is a time to pause, reflect, and honor those who had the courage to imagine what did not yet exist. But here at BSU, Bowie State University, Founders Day carries an even deeper meaning. As the oldest HBCU in the state of Maryland, our history is not just a story, it is a testament that what may have once seemed impossible can in fact become reality. Founded in 1865, just 1 year after emancipation in Maryland, Bowie State University stands as a powerful reminder that education has always been both a pathway and a promise. Our founders dared to believe in the power of learning to transform lives, even in the face of overwhelming adversity. And today, we continue that legacy. We are honored and overjoyed today as a campus community to welcome back our keynote speaker, who you will hear from shortly, but let's help give him a big welcome back home, Dr. Roland B. Smith, Jr. Dr. Smith, we are truly honored to have you join us for this Founders Day celebration. And I understand you brought a few friends along with you today, just a few. And while I try not to show favoritism among the Divine Nine, because I get into trouble quite quickly that way, but given your background and your connection and your community that's here with you today, I believe I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge at this time, as we welcome everyone to this ceremony, the brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Welcome and thank you for being here. And I'll ask you to stand at this time if there are any members of the Kappas in the house. Thank you for coming out today to join in the celebration. And to all of our alumni, welcome home. Your presence reminds us that BSU is not just where you studied, it is forever part of who you are. Are there alumni in the audience today? I'll ask that you stand so we may see you and say, welcome home, alumni. Alumni, please stand. Alumni, keep coming back. I'll look for you at homecoming very soon. You know, as we gather in this moment of celebration, we are reminded of the enduring power of education. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Those are the words of Nelson Mandela. That vision took root right here 161 years ago in Maryland, in the basement of a church in Baltimore, with just 12 students and one teacher. From those humble beginnings, Bowie State University has grown into a nationally recognized institution of excellence, now ranked number 11 among the more than 100 HBCUs in the nation. What began as a bold idea has become a powerful force. We are now a university of nearly 6,000 students, representing states across the nation and countries around the world. From one faculty member to more than 1,400 faculty and staff, our growth reflects not just expansion, but transformation. Our legacy is carried in the names and shoulders of those who came before us, educators and leaders who believe deeply in the power of education to uplift individuals and communities. And today, that legacy lives on in our students. It lives on in the research that spans the globe. It lives on in programs shaping the future. Cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, data analytics, fine and performing arts, the social sciences, and so much more. It lives on in opportunities created for all learners, including those seeking a second chance through education. And at this time, I'd like to say a fond hello and welcome to Founders Day to our incarcerated students at the Jessup Correctional Facility. The legacy lives on in our unwavering commitment to access, excellence, and impact. Being bold means meeting the moment. It means ensuring our students, wherever they are met with excellence each and every day. And it means ensuring our students don't just succeed, but they thrive. It means building spaces like the one that we are in here today, the entrepreneurship living learning community as well that's on the perimeter of our campus, and places where ideas are nurtured, innovation is sparked, and futures are shaped. And it means investing in our mission and doing so together. Because for more than 161 years, Bowie State University has stood as a beacon of opportunity, opening doors, transforming lives, and strengthening our communities and our democracy. That belief is shared by those who invest in our future. From the earliest gifts of those who believed in our mission to today's historic campaign, our fundraising campaign, that totaled, I won't quiz you at this time, but I hope you all know, we just closed out the largest fundraising campaign in our history at $128.5 million. Our momentum is powered by a collective commitment to what Bowie State University represents. But Founders Day is not just about where we have been, it is about where we are going. Our founders built this institution in the face of extraordinary challenges. They did not wait for perfect conditions. They created possibility. And now, students, faculty, staff, alumni, and friends, that responsibility belongs to us. So I ask you, what will we do with this opportunity we have been given? What will we build? What will we lift? What legacy will we leave? Because the truth is, history is not something we simply inherit. History is something we choose to make. And so as we reflect on the words of our alma mater, written by Charlotte B. Robinson, reminding us that Bowie State University is a flame of faith and a torch of truth, we are called to carry that torch forward, not just in word, but in action, not just in memory, but in movement, because the same courage that built Bowie State University, it lives on in each one of us. The same vision that created opportunity in 1865 is still calling us today. And if we answer that call boldly, unapologetically, and together, then 161 years from now, they will not just remember that we preserved BSU. They will celebrate what we have built together. And so, again, I say to you, welcome, happy Founders Day, and let's have a great celebration here at Bowie State University, the oldest HBCU in the state of Maryland. BSU. I would now like to call to the podium Ms. Jade Ward, and followed by Mr. Colacina, Ms. Henry Hopkins, and then Mr. Steve Stevens, in that order. Thank you.
Greetings, President Bro, esteemed platform guests, faculty, staff, and most importantly, the boldest students that the world has ever had. I am Jade Ward, a graduating senior sociology scholar, and I have had the honor to serve as your 41st Student Government Association President for the 2025-2026 academic year. Today, we celebrate the founding of the first HBCU in Maryland, but our relevance does not stop there. Bowie State University is a place that cultivates and embodies excellence while upholding culture and the experience. For many, like myself, Bowie State University has shaped its students to be bold scholars, bold leaders, bold citizens. The excellence and integrity that trickles down from leadership to students creates a campus that takes pride in being inclusive, accountable, and innovative. Even though we are ranked the 11th HBCU amongst all in the country, there is nothing that could explain the impact and legacy of Bowie State University and all its students. Bowie State University has given me the opportunity to transition from being a student to a scholar, engaging in my coursework as a sociology scholar with the amazing help of professors like Dr. Anas Askar and Dr. Anthony Jackson. I have been challenged daily to ask why. The standard of excellence held by my department has created a scholar that will forever investigate the causes and consequences of things happening in our society. Aside from academics, our beloved HBCU has given me and many other students a bold introduction to civic engagement that will last us well beyond graduation. My freshman and sophomore year, I had the honor of serving as the vice president of my class. My junior year, I served as the junior class president with Chanel Knight. And this year, I've had the pleasure of serving as the SGA president with Chanel again. These positions were not just titles, but an installation of skills. Through these positions, I was taught and expected to advocate for all and to be the voice of those who were silent or silenced. This year specifically, Chanel and I were charged with a huge task: to serve, govern, and advocate for not just one class, but the entire undergraduate student population. When we chose the administration name of Legendary, it was bigger than a campaign for us. We believed it was an accurate description of the students and the legacy of BSU. At Bowie State University, students create, innovate, and accelerate. This is not the first year that Bowie State University has been legendary. It has been just that since its founding. So knowing that today is one of my last official BSU events as a graduating senior, I want to publicly thank Bowie State for all the transformational experience it has given me. From 1865 until forever, may you forever guide the steps of our youth. Thank you.
Good morning, President Aminta Brew, distinguished guests, cabinet members, faculty, staff, and my fellow Bulldogs. My name is Srinivasa Kolachina, and I proudly serve as the Finance Director for the Graduate Student Association. I was born in Rayagada, India, and my academic journey has taken me across disciplines and continents. From my earning a bachelor's degree in computer science and a master's degree in physics at Andhra University, India, followed by dual Masters of Science degrees in electrical engineering in Sweden. Today, I'm honored to be pursuing my doctorate in computer science at Bowie State University, where I have advanced to candidacy and I'm actively working on my dissertation. It is both an honor and privilege to welcome you to Bowie State University's 161st Founders Day celebration. Today, we stand on sacred ground built by visionaries, sustained by resilience, and elevated by generations of excellence. For 161 years, Bowie State University has not only endured, it has led, inspired, and transformed lives. Founders Day is more than a celebration. It is a call to remember, to reflect, and to rise. We honor those whose courage and commitment laid the foundation for who we are today, and we recommit ourselves to advancing their legacy with purpose and pride. This institution thrives because of its people. Today, our faculty who ignite curiosity and challenge us to think beyond limits, to our staff who ensure the strength and stability of our community, and to our students who carry forward the Bulldog spirit with excellence and determination. You are the heartbeat of Bowie State University. As we celebrate this historic milestone, we are reminded that our story is still being written. Each of us has a role in shaping the future, one defined by innovation, leadership, service, and unwavering commitment to excellence. I stand here today not just as a representative of Graduate Student Association, but as a proud member of a legacy, one that continues to break barriers, uplift communities, and inspire generations to come. Thank you for joining us in this moment of reflection and celebration. Your presence affirms the strength of our community and the power of our shared vision. Here is to 161 years of excellence and to a future even greater than our past. Thank you.
Good morning. I am Carla Henry Hopkins, the Director of Alumni Engagement and Stewardship, and it's an honor to stand before you today on this Founders Day. Providing a high-quality and affordable educational opportunity to a diverse student population from Maryland and across the globe. Empowering students to reach their potential by offering innovative academic programs and experiences that prepare them for careers, lifelong learning, and civic responsibility. And emphasizing excellence in everything we do. That is the Bowie State University, the first HBCU in the state of Maryland. And that mark of excellence is also found in the Bowie State University alumni community, extending the BSU brand in your careers, your circles of influence, and your community. and really across the world. As the perpetual stakeholders of this 161-year-old beloved alma mater, you are charged with the torch of ensuring that BSU's flame burns bright forever. Some of you have already taken up that charge by returning year after year to assist in the classrooms, with mentorship and internship opportunities, providing scholarship support, or by volunteering for alumni initiatives both on and off campus. And then there's our alumni partners and donors who choose to create an easier pathway to graduation for current and future students through scholarships, endowments, or leaving a legacy gift that ensures that your seed of success will produce a harvest through the lifespan of the university. We thank you. Students, before you know it, Bowie State University will be your forever alma mater. Meaning this will be the place of renewal that you will always return to, hopefully not just during homecoming. Ask yourself, how can I sow a small seed now and each year after to demonstrate my love for BSU is real and not just something that I say? Can I commit to bring a canned good to the nutrition lounge every semester? Can I donate $5 each year? Can I bring my future employer on campus to rent a facility or offer internships? We say BSU for life to express our determination and participation to ensure that Bowie State University continues to grow and excel for generations behind us. Last month, the university community came together to celebrate the close to our historic fundraising effort, the BSU Bold, the Campaign for Excellence. After reaching the expanded $75 million campaign goal in October with the help of a growing base of consistent alumni and donors, a second investment from Mackenzie Scott brought the total, as you heard earlier from Dr. Bro, to $128.5 million. The university endowment also has grown from $7 million at the start of the campaign to an anticipated $85 million at the start of fiscal year 2027. And so now I'm going to ask the BSU alumni across and BSU alumni families, please stand. BSU alumni, don't be shy, you're not shy. Please stand. And the BSU family alumni, yes. We are thankful for the 45,000 plus alumni record of this institution, a community to which you belong. You alumni embody the fullest meaning of BSU for life, where you have taken what you have learned here. You have used it to broaden, sharpen, and advance numerous professions, and then you return full circle to commit your time, talent, and treasure in ways that will propel this university boldly forward for the next 161 years. The legacy surely continues. Welcome home. Happy Founders Day. Thank you. Next, please welcome Mr. Steve Stevens, Philanthropy Officer for the Division of Philanthropic Engagement, who will share a Bowie State University history fact.
Good morning. I am standing in for my colleague, Ms. Sherry Fleming, and reading this alumni fact. During Founders Day, we honor the legacy of our alumni, students, faculty, staff, and friends who embody what it means to be Bowie Bold. I am Steve Stevens II, Philanthropy Officer for the Division of Philanthropic Engagement, and I have the distinct honor of highlighting the legacy of Mr. William T. Dorsey, a Bowie State alumnus who gave of his talent, time, and treasure to support our university. Mr. William T. Dorsey is a 1925 graduate of the Maryland Normal and Industrial School at Bowie, now known as Bowie State University. He was a proud member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Blue Phi, and an original Alumni Sports Hall of Famer. Understanding the hardship of securing a college education, Mr. Dorsey dreamt of establishing a fund to assist and financially support students, desiring to pursue higher education. He believed that education was a means to a better life, and with the assistance of Dr. George Crawford, our 2024 Founders Day honoree, Mr. Dorsey registered and incorporated the Dorsey Educational Fund, a Maryland-based 501c3. He then contributed the first substantial contribution to establish the fund and encourage others to make similar contributions. Through the support of family, friends, and members of Phi Beta Sigma, the fund's board of directors, and the community at large, the Dorsey Educational Fund has established and continues to fund endowments at Bowie State University, Coppin State University, Morgan State University, and Bowie State's Endowed Scholarship actively awards financial support to students to this day. Today, we honor Mr. William T. Dorsey for his service, dedication to education, and perpetual contribution to Bowie State. Mr. Dorsey's life is a symbol of success, and his legacy is one that we all should strive to achieve. Let's move boldly forward in honoring Mr. William T. Dorsey for his lasting contribution to Bowie State University. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Stevens, and let's give Mr. Dorsey another round of applause. We thank Mr. Dorsey for his commitment and dedication to the Bowie State University family. And I hope you heard, students, he's helped to bring scholarships, funding to you. So give him another round of applause. I would like now to take a few moments to acknowledge those in the Bowie State University community who we lost this last year. It has been a challenging time, a solemn time for the Bowie State University family. We are a family. When one of us goes on and transitions, it leaves an awful hole for our family. So we join together, unite together in their memory, beginning with Mr. Kirk Presley. Mr. Presley's family is here with us today. If you are in the family of Mr. Kirk Presley, I would ask that you stand at this time so we may acknowledge you, Kirk Presley's family. Mr. Kirk Presley, alumnus who worked in the Division of Enrollment Management and Student Affairs for the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Other Drugs Center as a program coordinator. But those who knew your son knew he was so much more to this community. He worked tirelessly, dedicated many, many hours, gave of himself unselfishly. Please know that we will keep you and his family in our hearts and our prayers, and he will always be remembered here at his alma mater. You are part of our family today and always. Please give them another round of applause. Dr. Constance Brooks, Associate Professor for the College of Education in the Department of Teaching, Learning, and Professional Development. Sergeant Anina A. Brown, Department of Public Safety. Ms. Queen Paul Mafungo, two-time alumna and research data analyst in the Division of Academic Affairs for the Office of Disability Support Services. Dr. Dorothy Marie Glisson. Her family is here with us today. I'd like to ask the Glisson family, would you please rise at this time so we may honor and acknowledge Dr. Dorothy Marie Glisson. Dr. Glisson was the professor and interim assistant chairperson in the Department of Nursing for the College of Professional Studies. Thank you to the family for being with us today, for joining us today, and we look forward to welcoming you back each year. Please stay connected to your family. Thank you to the Glisson family for joining us on this Founders Day. Mr. Krishawn Hawkins, student in the Visual Communication and Digital Media Arts in the College of Arts and Sciences. Most recently, and unfortunately, we just received news within the last week of the loss of another student, Ms. Amori Alona Terrell, a student in nursing in the College of Professional Studies. Mr. Demetrius Spike McDade, alumnus and professor of mathematics in the Department of Teaching, Learning, and Professional Development for the College of Education. Dr. V. Susie Oliphant, professor in the College of Education and coordinator of the master's thesis course. And we lost a very, very dear colleague this year, a senior leader of the university, Mr. Clyde Dowdy Jr., Vice President for Intercollegiate Athletics and Recreation. As we honor the memory of these beloved members of our BSU University, Bowie State University family, let us take a moment of silence to reflect on their impact and what they contributed to this community. Thank you, BSU. Know that their contributions will always be remembered and cherished. May their legacies continue to inspire and guide us. Our thoughts and deepest sympathies remain with their families and loved ones during this time of remembrance. We will now hear a musical selection, Trust Me, Total Praise, by Richard Smallwood, performed by the Bowie State University Choir. Following the choir, we will have a dance performance by Tony Trinette Williams, a junior dance major, performing Stand Up from the award-winning film Harriet, choreographed by T.T. Williams and Sean Short. Thank you.
Bowie State, as we honor and remember those of our family that we have lost and yet still live on with us, I'm excited to bring our guest soloist who joined us at the Baltimore Symphony Orchestra concert, Dr. Tabitha Brooks. Please receive her at this time as she sings with the University Choir.
trust me, trust me. I am that I am. I have all power. I will deliver if you only trust me. Trust in the Lord. Oh, trust me. That trust me, trust me, Lord, I will lift mine eyes
Thank you, President Bro. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Ronald Smith, Jr. Dr. Ronald B. Smith, Jr. is the founder and CEO of the Ronald B. Smith, Jr. RBSJ Consulting, LLC, which he formed in 2021 after retiring from Rice University as Associate Provost for Diversity and Inclusion and Adjunct Professor of Sociology. He came to Rice from the University of Notre Dame, where he served as an Executive Assistant to the President, Concurrent Associate Professor of Sociology, and Founding Director of the Center for Educational Opportunity, which included Upward Bound, McNair, and Educational Talent Search programs. Dr. Smith served as Chair of the American Association for Higher Education, AAHE, Black Caucus, and facilitated the caucus evolution as a freestanding organization, becoming the Charter President of the American Association of Blacks in Higher Education. Giving back to his alma maters, Dr. Smith served on the Bowie State University Board of Visitors, the Indiana University School of Public and Environmental Affairs Alumni Advisory Board, and the Board of Directors for the Harvard Alumni Association, where he co-chaired the Graduate Schools Committee. Born in Washington, D.C., Dr. Smith holds a BA degree in Anthropology and Sociology from Bowie State University, an MPA degree from Indiana University, and a Doctor of Education from Harvard University. Dr. Smith is a life member of Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity, Incorporated, and is a charter member of Epsilon Sigma chapter of the fraternity here at Bowie State University. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Ronald B. Smith. Thank you.
Good morning, Bowie State. Find my place. Okay. Here we go. All right. Thank you for that introduction, and to Dr. Bro and the trustees, the deans of faculty, and the students and fellow alumni. I want to thank you for this opportunity to share this day with you. I also want to thank my family for being here today, especially my spouse, Valerie Peyton Smith, class of '68. We have journeyed together for 56 years and 10 months, but who's counting? I love you, Val. I bring you greetings from the class of 1969. It was indeed a monumental year for me. I pledged Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated in the charter line of Epsilon Sigma. I graduated from Bowie State College, and I got married to the love of my life. But I'm truly drawn to the theme for this year: bold beginnings, bold legacies, and bold future. It resonates with me, with my own story in so many ways and on so many levels. But there's just one slight twist. It's a twist that basically entering Bowie students may relate to. My story reveals what I call quiet boldness. It's a deeper kind of boldness grounded in taking calculated risks, overcoming fear of the unknown, and acting with conviction rather than simply getting attention. It's the kind of boldness that was instilled in me by my family, especially my parents. And it was the kind of boldness that Bowie State nurtured in me. As a black baby boomer born in 1946, yeah, I see you calculating the years. I turned 80 last month. I have witnessed countless changes in higher education at all levels. This introverted, skinny kid attended 4 different elementary schools during the early days of desegregation in Washington, D.C. By the time I reached the 6th grade, I was reading on a 3rd grade level. My first 6th grade teacher, Mrs. Howard, a veteran black teacher, saw something in me and got my parents' permission to have my eyes tested. I couldn't see the blackboard. Plus, when we were seated by last name, I was in the back of the class. And if we were seated according to height, I was in the back of the class. So after my receiving my glasses, Mrs. Howard took several steps. Number one was enrolling me in a Saturday reading program, a clinic, where they diagnosed me with a learning disorder. And I was an adult before I realized that I was told that it was actually dyslexia. 2, enrolled me in summer school, and number 3, I had to repeat the 6th grade. In a nutshell, Mrs. Howard saved my life. I was so grateful that I married a teacher who got her degree from Bowie State University. Bold legacy. I have been asked, how did you find out about Bowie State? And depending on who asked me that question, I might say, what had happened was, my father's youngest brother, William, was the only sibling in the family to go to college. He did his undergraduate at Howard University, and he was living with us while he was working on his master's at Howard. He wanted me to follow his footsteps at Howard, and including pledging Kappa Alpha Psi. However, I was late in getting my application in. Of course, he was upset. And my response was, don't worry, Uncle Billy, I'll get a job and I'll apply next year. And he said, oh no, you're going to school somewhere. And then he said, you can go to Bowie and then transfer to Howard. And that was the first time I'd heard the name Bowie State. And that was really important for me. So anyway, he referred me to a friend, a Bowie alum, who picked me up and took me, drove me to Maryland. And it seemed like an eternity, driving through the 2-lane highways. I didn't know where we were headed. Finally, through the trees, I saw this beautiful campus, but there were only 9 buildings. And one of them was the president's house and the lab school. My first thought was, this can't be the whole campus. I was directed to the Blue Room, which was a student hangout in the basement of Tubman Hall. It was set up with booths and a couple of tables, a vending machine, and a jukebox that was playing a just-released song, Shotgun, by Junior Walker and the All-Stars. I remember these things. After a few minutes, I was invited to the president's office. I was greeted by Dr. William Henry, whose first words to me were, I hear you want to come to Bowie State University, or do college. And I was caught off guard. I mean, that was his first word. And I had to muster up enough confidence to say, yes, sir. And after turning in my application, I received an acceptance letter. My new roommate, Richard, was a junior from Philadelphia. I was getting to know my first-year classmates, and Richard also introduced me to some of his sophomore classmates, including a young lady named Valerie Payton. So let me talk about the life-changing story here. In the spring of 1968, I ran for SGA vice president and won. In the fall, as the fall approached, I was actually really excited about returning to campus and to start my junior year. And after all, I had made the dean's list after struggling my freshman year. I had completed my second year of working summer full-time at the Washington Hospital Center in the central supply area, where I actually learned how to be an orthopedic attendant. And while I was working there, and then I was working on weekends, 2 12-hour shifts. This arrangement actually helped me in many ways. I was able to concentrate on my studies and campus activities during the week without the distraction of work. I was ready for a busy, productive year in student government and my courses. And we had a new president, Dr. Samuel L. Myers, Sr. His very formal and highly intellectual demeanor was highlighted by the array of bow ties that he wore for every occasion. Today, as I wear this bow tie, I pay homage to Dr. Myers. Suddenly, without warning, the SGA president resigned in early October. I was installed as SGA president to finish out the year. Students began to complain openly about a range of shortcomings, including the claims that Bowie's presidents were routinely returning money to the state every year. Although he was only in his months into his presidency, many of us began to direct our concerns to Dr. Myers. However, the semester ended without any incident. In the spring semester, I enrolled in a one-credit intersession course in Annapolis and learned that I was one of several students who learned that Governor Agnew had basically cut the capital budget for Bowie, thus preventing fiscal plant improvements and new buildings that were approved by the trustees and the legislature. In addition, the freshman dorm, Tubman Hall, experienced repeated power failures. So equipped with this new information about Governor Agnew's misleading budget appropriations, we began to redirect our concerns to the trustees and then finally to the governor himself. It was during this period that my relationship with Dr. Myers began to deepen. I had not fully appreciated it at the time, but Dr. Myers mentored me as we sat in his office at night talking about the issues at hand. And he helped me to understand that while our strategies differed, we both had one goal in mind: a better Bowie. After weeks of meetings and letters and phone calls and to restore budget and to increase support for the school in various ways, we received no meaningful response from Agnew. Most of the legislators we met with were very supportive, especially State Senator Steny Hoyer. He was a very close friend of mine. He really helped me in many ways over the years. However, the state law prevented the legislature from increasing the governor's budget once he set it out. So our request was really simple at this juncture. We wanted to meet with the governor. His only response was to send a fact-finding team in a failed attempt to pacify us. The next course of action was to basically get his attention, was to really stage a one-day boycott of classes on March 27th, encouraging students to go to the library, which was a very small building with limited holdings. And tensions began to continue to grow, because there was no response from Agnew. On Friday the 29th, in the early evening hours, we staged a largely symbolic takeover of the campus, what campus there was at that time. And that Saturday morning, Governor Agnew deployed 150 state troopers armed with riot gear to the campus, and along with the State Attorney General Francis Birch. While the students were occupying Banneker Hall, the administration classroom building, I was in the president's office along with Mr. Birch, Dr. Myers, and other officials. Mr. Birch was on the phone with the governor trying to tell him that we had broken no laws, that we were entitled to use the building. And he and Dr. Myers actually persuaded the governor to meet with us if we returned to what he called a state of normalcy. We reluctantly returned, we agreed, and vacated the building that afternoon. On Monday, we returned to classes and waited for the response call to schedule a meeting. Well, by Wednesday, there was no call. We were impatient students. You know, students are impatient, right? So having concluded that Agnew reneged on his promise, we held an emergency SGA meeting and drafted 37 grievances to deliver to the governor in person. So we went, this got turned around. So I was basically in there. So after that, we got to the State House. The next day, we had buses and cars. We had 230 students and some faculty members who drove to the State House, and we got there about 1:30. And so we had we basically had our group of student leaders. We went up to the State House of the second floor to the governor's mansion, and then we actually were intercepted by the governor's assistant and two state troopers, and they said the governor was not in and he could not be reached. And so we returned to the lobby where the rest of the students were, and we sat around. We didn't block any of the entrances. Some students bought books and what have you. We did that, and then at about 3 o'clock, the director, the building superintendent, actually started. He came down and told us that, they told us that Agnew was not in and he could not be reached. And we decided that we would just stay there. So one of the things that I told the superintendent of the state police that we weren't in for violence and we weren't going to resist arrest or anything like that. But they decided they were going to close down the college indefinitely. That's what Agnew said. He would close down the college indefinitely and have us arrested. And so just before 5 o'clock, I was talking to the superintendent of the state police, and he had indicated that I had told him that we weren't going to pursue any violence, and we weren't going to resist. And then at 5 o'clock, the superintendent basically declared the building closed. But there were other people in the building, but we were the only ones singled out and arrested. And so they took us into school buses at about a little after 5, and about 5:30 we were all waiting and off led to buses. And we were taken to the county jail. Once we were photographed and fingerprinted, we were put in these riot cells, big rooms, and one for males and one for females. The events of the last week or so just had me actually more exhausted than frightened. And I just fell asleep on one of the mattresses, on the dusty mattresses that the inmates brought into the cell and threw on the floor. I was awakened suddenly at 7:15 that day, and one of the guys said, Roland, they killed Martin Luther King. And at that very moment, a rage jerked through my body that really I can't capture that. And I think it was something I never felt before. I felt like it was the first time I felt like I wanted to hurt someone. It was that rage, and some guys were crying. I mean, it was really a bad scene. But as we sat there lamenting the poor state of the affairs in the country, I came to the conclusion that Dr. King, if we abandon Dr. King's death, if we abandon his nonviolent social change, we would then be violating that oath. And it's important that we really keep that in mind. So it was something that struck with me, and it really transformed me in many ways. And it basically made me a Bowie, what I call a Bowie bold commitment to pursue nonviolent and educational change wherever I found myself. In the weeks ahead after the April 4th, I was reelected student body president, and Dr. Myers continued to meet with me each time, sharing with me new insights into the culture and politics of higher education. In fact, he selected me as one of 2 students to be on a team with state architects, faculty members, and administrators to travel to California to look at, examine buildings and get ideas for buildings at Bowie and other schools. And in fact, one of the things that led to that trip was the original MLK building, and I have my brick. Meanwhile, Attorney Juanita Mitchell represented the students in our court case, because we were arrested, right? And arguing to the judge that it was selective enforcement of the law. The case was dropped after Agnew became vice president for Richard Nixon. Dr. Myers, in his own way, offered me a glimpse into the complicated and often lonely world of African American leaders in higher education. Concomitantly, one of his favorite terms, he maintained basically an optimism, a Bowie bold optimism that I'll never forget. You've read about my bio, you've heard it, and it's in the program. But as I close, I want you to know that I have carried Bowie State with me everywhere I've gone, everywhere. The folks at Harvard know about Bowie State, okay? So my Bowie experience has equipped me with a mindset of a seeker of progress and solutions. Progress and solutions and not just problems. And my charge to the students is take Bowie Bold with you on your life's journey. Thank you.
BSU, we can do better than that. Please, let's thank Dr. Roland Smith. Dr. Smith, would you please return to the podium? I would like to bestow a commemorative memento for today. Having you here today has been most inspiring, but thank you for everything that you have done to open the door, to pave the way for us to be here today. Thank you for being courageous. Thank you for being truly Bowie bold, demonstrating what it means, as John Lewis used to say, getting into good trouble. You got into good trouble. Let's give him another round of applause. Please accept this as a token of our appreciation for being a part of the Founders Day, the 161st Founders Day at Bowie State University. Thank you. And sometimes you hear someone say, and wait, there's more, because we do have more. We will not end just on this note. What we want to do is bring forward some very special guests who are here with us today. I introduced them earlier in the program. Dr. Smith, we are joined by members of the Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, Will Caleb Andrews, Polomark for Epsilon Sigma chapter has come forward. I think he's ready to come to the stage to bestow a special honor. So let us welcome Will Caleb Andrews. Thank you.
President Bro, distinguished platform guests, faculty, students, and staff, good morning. At this time, I would like to ask all members of Kappa Alpha Psi to please stand. I am Brother Caleb Andrews, the Polemark of the Epsilon Sigma chapter of Bowie State University. We are here to honor our distinguished brother, Dr. Roland B. Smith, charter member of the Epsilon Sigma Heliphi 19 of 1969. We present the tokens of our appreciation for your service to both Bowie State University and as a distinguished alumnus and life member of Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity. Congratulations, Brother Smith.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Watch out.
Good morning, Bowie State. I'm Professor Teodros Mokeshwa Williams, Department Chairperson of Fine and Performing Arts. So President Bro and Provost and Deans and family, welcome and greetings. And my dear brother, first and foremost, I was not expected to be here today, but one of my professors, Professor Bob Bartlett, who is one of our wonderful theater arts professors, said, wait a minute, is this Dr. Roland B. Smith? And I said, yes, he's going to be here today. So let me read this, and I'm going to present this plaque to you. So it is indeed my honor to honor my Kappa brother. Over a decade ago, the theater arts professor Bob Bartlett wrote a play in celebration of the university's 150th anniversary. The title of the play was called The 4th of April. It was directed by one of our amazing adjunct professors, Salmiani 24, and it dramatized the events of that day, April 4th, in BSU history, and the impact that you, sir, and the other students in the process had that forever changed Bowie State. So on behalf of the Department of Fine and Performing Arts, the College of Arts and Sciences, I'd like to present you with this framed poster from the play. It's signed by the cast members of the production, and you were actually so kind to attend the performance, and you were interviewed by Professor Bartlett. So, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for those wonderful tributes. Next, we will hear from the University Symphonic Band, who will perform Wake Up Sweet, conducted and arranged by Professor Michael Simmons, Jr. Then we will have acknowledgments from Dr. Gialan Amusu, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs.
Dr. G.A. Marusu, Provost, Vice President for Academic Affairs.
Good morning. Can do better than that. Good morning. Well, this is the moment we've been waiting for. Today, we recognize and honor our Dean's List students who have embodied being Bowie bold. These students have earned a grade point average of 3.5 or higher in the 2025 fall semester. They have demonstrated their commitment to academic excellence through their sacrifice, time, and energy in earning this significant distinction. As Vincent Lombardi said, the difference between a successful person and others is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, but rather a lack in will. These students who earned their spot on the Dean List have demonstrated the will to succeed, and I would say the strong will to succeed. Now, will our fall 2025 Dean List students please rise and hold on. Can you also please hold your medallion and show it off? And put it back on. Put it back on. If you have brought your families and friends with you today, family and friends, please rise to honor our Dean's List. I see some children dancing on the back. Let's give all of them another round of applause, please. Please be seated. Bulldogs, on behalf of the Bowie State University faculty, administration, and staff, we are immensely proud of you for your dedication and hard work. Your commitment to excellence has brought you one step closer to achieving your goal at Bowie State University. And we saw a great example today in Dr. Smith. We urge you to continue to channel your boldness and pursue your dreams with the same enthusiasm. We will now have a musical selection, All Things Working, performed by the Bowie State University Choir and special guest Larry Vaughn II, directed by Professor Brandon Felder. Following the selection, the next voice you will hear is Vice President of Students Government Association, Chanel King, who will bring the closing remarks. Thank you.
Bowie State, we are excited again to bring the composer of this piece, All Things Working. Please give a Bowie State welcome to Mr. Larry Vaughn II.
For I know all things are working for my good. For I know all things are working for my good. For I know all things are working for my good. For I know all things are working. don't worry about a thing, because I know He watches me. Though the fire surrounds me, I won't fear. He's there with me. Let's sing it. For I know all things are working. 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 Let's do the verse. I don't worry about a thing, because I know He watches me. Though the fire surrounds me, I won't fear. He's there with me. For I know, for all things are working. For I know, all things are working. For I know, all things are working. For I know, all things, yeah, it's working for my good. Yeah, for my good. It's working. Let's say it. For my good. Yeah, for my good. It's working for my, yes, for my good. Yes, for my good. Yes, for my, let's go out. For I know, all things are working for my good. For I know all things are working. Yes, for I know all things are working. For I know all things are working. Let's go here. Sing, I don't have to worry nor fear. Let's encourage y'all. I don't have to worry nor fear. Let's say it. Come on. I don't have to worry. Yeah, no, I don't have to worry nor fear. I don't have to worry nor fear. I don't have to worry. Yeah, it's working for my good. It's working. That's it, for my good. I hear y'all. Yes, it's working. Yes, for my good. It's working. Yes, for my good. Yes, for I know all things are working for my good. For I know, yes, all things are working for my good. For I know all things are working for my good. For I know all things are working.
Greetings, everyone. I am Chanel Knight, a graduating senior, criminal justice scholar. Yes. Criminal justice scholar, and I proudly serve as your 41st Student Government Association Vice President under the legendary administration. As we conclude this 161st Founders Day celebration, I want to thank each of you for joining us in honoring the legacy and impact of our great institution. For 161 years, Bowie State has stood strong, nurturing leaders, advancing excellence, and serving as a beacon of hope for generations past, present, and future. Bowie State, you are the birthday. Before we officially close, it is our tradition that we join together in singing our cherished alma mater. The song was composed in 1929 by Charlotte B. Robinson, who taught music at Bowie State University for 30 years. We ask that you stand, lock arms with the person next to you, and sway from left to right as we sing our alma mater together. We will remain standing for the retiring of the colors. Please remain in place for the platform guests to exit the stage.